Update 2 on Cyclone Amara, which is currently located very close to the island of Rodrigues as part of Mauritius, with winds of 130 miles per hour and a pressure of 937 millibars, an intense Category 4 cyclone. Its current position is 19.1 degrees south, 64.3 degrees east, and is expected to move towards the south, passing very close to the island of Rodrigues, just a matter of tens of miles probably, and then out towards the southeast, eventually weakening to a tropical storm and then a remnant low or post-tropical cyclone as it moves towards the southeast, away from any other land areas. No real threat to the main island of Mauritius or Réunion, but things are looking pretty bad for Rodrigues right now, where we could see winds of over 100 miles per hour definitely, possibly gusting to 150. A Class 3 cyclone warning currently in effect for that small island there. Sea surface temperatures are currently quite warm, around 26 to 28 degrees Celsius generally where the storm's located. That's going to drop off a little bit as the storm heads towards the southeast, and eventually will fall off quite rapidly as it moves towards the southeast, away from those warmer temperatures from the equator. This is what the models are saying at the moment. The GFS currently has the storm moving towards the southeast and then possibly interacting with Bruce, which is currently off to its east on the other side of the ocean almost, and that will probably stall the storm as well, and certainly slow it down as it weakens on the spot pretty much and eventually become a remnant low. There could also be a new low pressure system just off the northern tip of Madagascar there, which could be worth watching over the next few days. We'll see how that one materialises. And of course Cyclone Bruce, which is expected to move towards the southwest and then dip towards the south, and I imagine that Amara will eventually follow it. So here's some satellite imagery of the storm compared against its forecast track. You can see it's just gone a little bit towards the east, which is certainly good news for that island of Rodrigues, which is just off to the west. And the storm, of course, expected to move towards the south. Certainly you can see the eye at the centre of the storm there, and quite a decent eye wall wrapping all the way around the storm, which will certainly be packing some intense winds in there, and obviously heavy rain which could cause flooding, and indeed a storm surge on that island as well. A Category 4 storm right now. It's been fluctuating in intensity recently over the past few days, juggling between Category 3 and 4 intensity, along with Bruce, that have been in competition for the strongest storm of the basin, but Bruce is winning out now, currently with winds of 150 miles per hour off to its east, over near the other side of the ocean, but it's heading towards Amara, and they will probably interact towards the end of Amara's life, and Bruce will head towards the south and then towards the southeast. But there you have it, 2 Category 4 storms out there at the moment at the same time, which is something we've probably not seen for at least quite a while in the Indian Ocean basin at least, but there they are, across from each other there in the Indian Ocean, the southern hemisphere of course. Bruce not affecting any land areas and isn't expected to throughout its lifetime either. But there's Amara further towards the south than Bruce at the moment in latitude, near the island of Rodrigues, which is currently causing conditions, inclement conditions on that island of course. The second tropical storm so far, the first cyclone to reach hurricane force winds, and indeed the first storm to reach major hurricane equivalent intensity, which is wind speeds of 111 miles per hour or higher. That's Amara, the first storm to do that this year. You could possibly count Bruce as that one, but it isn't counted in that total there. You can track this storm and indeed Bruce as well at the website, and indeed any other storms that form. force13.com/stormtracking.html is the main page for all the storm tracking information, including the storm's locations, intensities, and any warnings that are currently in effect on that storm. And then you can delve deeper to each individual basin to see more information about the forecast track and warnings in effect right now. You can also find us elsewhere on the web, Facebook and Twitter, to search Force 13 on either of those mediums, and as always you should find us fairly easily enough on there. Any comments that you wish my response for, you can send a private message or a message through the website by my email address on Force 13's contact page. But until the next update, which will follow in a day or so, possibly a little bit later if things aren't going too badly with the storm, that's all for now.